Yo, what's up everyone? So the first take of this video didn't say with sound, so here I am re-recording the video. So this video is going to be a market overview video where I cover what I feel is going to happen with the market now and in the future. So the stocks I'm going to cover are SPY, QQQ, AMD, Nvidia, and Apple. So let's get straight into it. The first one I'm going to cover is SPY. So clear all these drawings. Looking at SPY here, I like to start at the higher time frame. So I like to start at the weekly time frame. So looking at the weekly time frame now, the sentiment has sort of changed now. We've sort of shifted into a bearish sentiment. We hit 459 and we've moved down now to about 445 in about 2 weeks. So looking at the recent trend with SPY, we were in an uptrend. We've been moving up since all 2022 was high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Then we broke the trend and the last year then we came all the way down and then higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high. Then we exploded up. So as of right now, I feel like the market is bearish and I'm watching for downside, but I'm also open to bullish possibilities. So now shifting to a lower time frame, the daily. We are right now at a pretty strong level here on SPY. This 443 to 445 level acted as support earlier in the past. So looking at this level, this was a resistance level here in 2021. It was also a support level here in 2022. It was a highly traded level also all through all this time. So strong support here, resistance. Now we came back here in June and we tested this level and it was strong resistance. So we had one rejection here, a couple more here, rejections here, and then we broke through the level. And now we're coming back down and testing it. So the bullish possibility here is that we move up now off of this. And the bearish possibility is that if we break through this level, I could see us moving down to 430 pretty fast. But I am watching for downside here, and I feel like we're going to get through this level. But if we don't, I'm open to going long. And I feel like if we bounce here and we get above 450, I'm looking for 460 plus, most likely to 470. But as of now, I'm looking for shorts. I feel like 430 is going to come. And then if we get below 430, I feel like this is another strong level. I feel like 420 is pretty possible. And this is also a really big level. But going slightly longer term, I feel like 410 is a strong possibility because it's been one of the highest traded levels here. So much consolidation is going on at 410. We had all of this here in March. 410 consolidation. We also had multiple rejections here. 410 rejection, 410 rejection here. So drawing a level here. This whole 410 level has been really big. So I feel like medium to long term, we're going to end up hitting this level. But looking at short term, obviously this is where I had strong support. Could either see a bounce here or a breakthrough going down to 430 or a bounce and head to 450. Now moving on to QQQ. Now moving to the weekly again. We hit this we moved with a strong move up from about SVB all the way up till end of July. And then we hit this all-time high chop block where we were consolidating at previous all-time highs back in 2021 and January 2022. So here is where we started showing weakness and we rejected here. So this level acted as the resistance, and now we've come back down and now we're testing another strong level here. So looking at the weekly chart here, this level here around 363 to 365 on QQQ is a strong level. As we saw here consolidation here, and then going back into 2022 trading view, man. We saw rejections here on the weekly, here on the weekly, here on the weekly, here on the weekly. And we saw consolidation and support here. So This is a really strong level, and I could see us possibly bouncing. Now going to the daily time frame, make this level smaller. All right, so looking at this, I could see us possibly bounce. The bullish possibility or scenario is seeing us bounce up to 470, 472 here, as that's another acts as another previous resistance. But I still feel like we're gonna have a move down. So I'm looking for shorts through here. If we get through this level, I'm looking for shorts down to 357, and 357 is another level here. And then possibly below 357, I'm looking for 340s. And then also we have a big gap down here at about 335. It's a pretty, we have a gap over here. So that's all another possibility if we break down. And so another reason that I am net bearish for the long term is that I feel like I've seen no bear market. I've only been trading for 3 years, but I'm looking back on previous charts in history. No bear market has ended without a capitulating event, and we have not had a capitulating event yet. And a lot of the macroeconomic factors are looking really bearish right now. Credit, everything doesn't look the best, and I feel like we're too overextended with this rally. So I feel like this 335 is really a possibility in the medium to long term, because I feel like this entire move up was too quick. But now going back to the short term, I'm watching the 364 level super hard, this level. And if I could see a potential bounce here to 370, or we break down, I could see 356 pretty fast. Now moving on to the hottest stock of 2023, we're going to look at Nvidia. So Nvidia basically ripped. This thing went parabolic. It went up from 108 all the way up to 480 within 6 months. It blew through the previous all-time highs, and this is where I'm watching now. So shifting down to the daily, actually first on the weekly, a lot of weakness here at 480. So this was a pretty weak level. Going to the daily, this is what I really want to see, this gap get filled. I would like to see this gap get filled sometime in the medium term, because most gaps get filled, and I feel like this is a prime gap to get filled, because this is one of the gaps where I look at previous gaps, say like a gap here, price is actually traded there. But in this gap right here, price has never traded. We've never had any volume, because we had the close right here about 300, and then overnight earnings, we gapped up all the way to 370. So it was a humongous move up. So I really want to see this gap get filled on Nvidia. But also looking at the shorter term, this about 400 level has been pretty strong. So I could see a bounce here. We had bounces here at 400 here. Actually not there. Here and here we had bounces. So I could see us possibly bouncing back up to 420 if the market shows some strength here. And this is obviously a really fast mover, and it sold off really fast. But I don't see too much upside here. The move has already happened, but it really depends on their earnings. If their earnings come out good, this stock could rip some more. But I feel like it's not smart to be an Nvidia buyer here. I think Nvidia, the move, this was a buy at 100 to 200 bucks. It's not a buy anymore. So yeah, and then shorts below this 400 area, we could see us moving down to about 375, 380 pretty fast. And then 380 to 375 is a super important zone, because in that zone, below that gap fill is right there. So that's what I'm really watching for, that gap fill. And yeah, basically the area where price never traded from previous all-time high, about 347, 348, that area, all the way up to about 370. So that's what I'm watching for Nvidia. Now moving on to Apple. This name has also been really weak as of late. So looking at this trend line from the beginning of the year, we moved up consistently proper trend. Let's go up to the weekly. We were making weekly. Actually, no. I'll keep it on the daily. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. You see the trend. Just higher high, higher lows all the way up. So right before earnings, we broke through that trend line that was going all the way up. And after earnings, we gapped down even further and moved down. So now we're at a zone where we've had a lot of price trade at on this 176, 177, 178 level. It's pretty strong support. So I'm possibly watching for, if market shows some strength, I could see us bouncing up to 182, 185 in the short term. But overall, I still think it's smart to be bearish on Apple in the medium to long term, because smartphone sales, all this stuff is down. And I don't see at this current situation, I don't see people buying a lot more smartphones, and also their sales are declining, everything declining, all numbers declining year over year. So now looking at levels, this is a key level right here, 177, 178. Another level should be 184, 180. This area is another level. Obviously this is something to watch too in case market shows strength. There's a gap fill right here at 189 or whatever 187 to 190 left from earnings. But then below we have a ton of gaps too. So we also have a gap right here on Apple from 167 to about 170, another gap here. So that's a very big possibility if we get through this level right here. I would like to see us hit this gap fill. Also, we do have, right now it's been defending this gap fill pretty well, but we have a small gap fill right here at current levels at about 175. So this is really possible in the short term. But these are the key levels here on Apple, and I really want to see this 167 level get taken out within like the next month. And also September is usually a pretty weak, end of August into September is a pretty weak time for stocks, so I feel like we should see some more downside. But I'm also open to bullish possibilities if the market shows strength. Now moving to the final stock, AMD. This is a very good setup here for longs in case the market does well. This 107 level, 108, 106 level has been one of the strongest levels I've ever seen in a stock. So it's a huge liquidity level here. We can see lots of tradings happen at this level. This level is huge. Crazy. So we had a rejection here, and it's been super strong support too. So looking at this here, on the weekly time frame, we had bounce, 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 bounce. 7 bounces at this level. That shows crazy strength. Now we've come back down into it. If the market shows some sort of strength the next 1 to 2 weeks, I could see this name easily coming back up to 115 to 120 soon. This is a really fast mover too. So this thing could move up fast. But now switching to the daily. This even looks even better here. Strong, super strong level. And upside levels to watch here. Obviously, this 120 is pretty strong resistance. And then also this whole area it's pretty ugly price action in that area, but it's pretty choppy, but it's been range bound for a long time. So that's also another thing to watch, a range break. A range break above 122 could see 130 plus fast, and a range break below 105 could see 100, then 90 could see 100. Then 95, then 90, then 80s pretty fast. So this is probably the best setup I've seen so far to watch. As long as we're in this 107 zone, let's switch to some lower time frames now, daily, or the hourly, 2 hours. As long as we're here, I would be looking for longs in this zone. But as soon as we get below this zone, I would look for shorts, because this thing has been defended since the middle of June. We've been in this area. Actually, no, we've been in this area since end of May. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, so this is a top watch for me here. I really like. Yeah, so we've covered the 5 stocks. That's basically going to cap it off for this video. If you like the video, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below if I should do more of these. I'm really looking forward to doing more of these type of videos. Also, make sure to follow my Twitter. I post lots of stock market ideas on there and post about 4 to 5 times daily. So yeah, follow that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.